Hello, hello, hello. Oh, my God. Technical difficulties. My own fucking fault. I fucked this up. Hold on a second. What am I doing? I didn't have this ready to go. Here we go. That's what I was trying to do. Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Oh, my gosh. Here we are again on Twitch. Check it out, everybody. I got a brand new camera. Look at this. Look, I got a brand new camera. This is like this is a first for us to have a real SLR camera. Get the cursor the hell out of there. Get a real SLR camera on the stream. Look at this. We got depth of field back here. I'm out of focus when I go back here. Incredible, isn't it? Unbelievable. It took me like months to get this thing set up. I've had this in my house. I kept ordering the wrong cables over and over again. Hello, Matthias Likes Oxygen. Hello, Lime Green Kitties. Hello, Loose Change. Hello, Zaligkir 317. Hello, New Navy CB. Hello, Death Saw. Hello, Rocket League 1969. Hello, KT Gremlin Teeth. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're doing our live stand-up show tonight. Are you guys excited for that? Shirt and Nails, fantastic fashion. So glad you enjoy them. Really appreciate that. Hello, McFlufferton Labs. Okay, so here's the deal. Here's what we do on the show. Here is what we do on the show. Hello, Riley H227. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Zaligkir 317. Did I say that one already? Oh my God. So this is content now. This is like what we got to do for comedy. Is broadcast from our own goddamn apartments. This camera is crooked. I need to get it straightened out. Hello, That Kind of Work. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. You still love this shirt, KT Gremlin T. Thank you so much. I know I've worn it more than once. I'm really sorry that I haven't been varying my shirt up enough. But, you know, it was I had to throw it on right before the show started. I was busy all day, hard at work. My God. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I am hosting the show from a Zoom room. I am, in fact, I'm screen sharing a Zoom conference to bring you this very stream. I'm going to share the link to this Zoom room in the chat. If you would like to, not required, but if you would like to, you may join our live stand-up comedy audience. Here are the ground rules. I ask that you keep your video off, and I ask that you keep yourself unmuted so we can hear your laughs, and that you laugh heartily, and that, more importantly, you do not make any other noises. Don't talk back or anything like that, or heckle, for the love of God. Eric Andre did not smack me around too bad. Tyrana Dokuro. Yeah, don't interrogate the comedian. Thank you very much. And also, if there is someone making noise in the background of your room, or if you yourself are making uncomfortable noises that we'd rather not hear, please mute yourself so that we don't get that. And I can mute you if I have to, but I'd prefer not to because it takes me out of the experience of hosting the show. Can we agree to these few rules? Can you laugh like Beavis and or Butthead? No, Tyrana Dokoro. You must laugh like a human person. My God. Okay, does that all sound good? Thank you, GOT Tyrion. I appreciate that. A human person. Okay, so we're gonna share the link now. Let's do it. Sharing the link. Sharing the link. All right, we got people logging in here. So I'm sharing the link. You may join. You may join. What else is going on with everybody? How's it going, Crystal the Octoling? You're not too late. Don't worry about it. You're doing great. You're doing just great. What the hell jokes am I going to do? This is a real problem for me. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the folks who are coming into the chat. Don't worry, we haven't started the show yet, so don't laugh. Just mutter to yourself while you're coming in. Ask your partner if you want them to get a drink. That's something you could do at a show. Do a little bit of show role playing. You know what I mean? Like
yes.
Mosey into your living room.
I will. I'm
Sit
going
down
to
on
call
the...
you once this thing is done, okay?
All right. Sorry, KT Grinland. I had to mute you. I apologize. You can unmute yourself once you've gotten rid of the background noise. Do try to wear headphones, by the way. I heard a little bit of my sound coming through. But yeah, so do a little bit of comedy club role playing. You know what I mean? Like mosey on in, take your seat, be annoyed that you're sitting so close to other people. You know, maybe if you've got some mozzarella sticks in your fridge, you could give your partner $15 for them. You know, you could give them $20 for a Diet Coke with a tiny amount of whiskey in it, etc. You could go to the bathroom and like scatter some cigarette butts around. You know, just easy things like that. Feel free to join. I'll paste the link one more time. Feel free to join, folks. We're loading in here. Don't worry. You don't have to laugh yet because the show hasn't started. We're gonna start the show in just a moment. We're still loading in. Anybody else want to join? Feel free. Look, it's a lazy Thursday night. You know what I mean? It's almost the holidays. Everyone's out of it a little bit. We're not focused. Okay. All right. Now, what happened? Something changed on my screen. I don't know what it was. All right. Okay, here we go. I think we're almost ready to begin. Now, we've got some folks in the chat here. Sorry, we've got some folks in the Zoom who have not unmuted. I won't call you out, but you can unmute. If you are ready to start the show, I want you to show me by unmuting yourself. There's only one or two of you. Okay, we got one. How about greetings? I am Chara. Social anxiety sucks. You'll be okay. Greetings. I am Chara. Don't worry.
Hi, I'm Crystal on Twitch.
Oh, nice to meet you. Okay, here we go. This is enough people. This is a quorum. We've got a laugh quorum. Other people are welcome to join. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave. When I come back in, I want to hear a big round of applause for myself. I know that sounds conceited, but this is what I got into comedy for, okay? This is why I do it, in order to make people laugh at me, okay, and clap. This club has the best gray scotch, says Miss McFlufferton. Yeah, because you can pour as much as you want, and you pay by the bottle. Okay, I'm gonna walk off. And then I want a big round of applause when I come back on. Don't look at my couch. Hello, everybody. Everybody, are you ready for the great live comedy show tonight? Then please welcome your host of the evening, Adam Conover. Hey, oh my God. Yeah. Oh, I need a little bit more than that. Are you guys ready for a great show this evening?
Yeah.
Doesn't this feel like we're fucking LARPing or something?
Indeed.
Doesn't this feel like we're trying to say like, and then you slay the ogre with your dragon, with your sword. Rah! Like that's what we're trying to do, but for comedy. This is the critical role of comedy clubs, is what this is.
Yes, it does.
For real. Okay, and we got everybody in the chat on Twitch going, woo, woo, woo. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to have everybody be here. Are you guys excited for the show this evening? Give me one more big yell.
Yeah.
Incredible. That's wonderful. You're the best. You're going to be the lifeblood of the show all evening. Just keep your finger on the mute button in case your cat knocks over a plate. That's all I ask, all right? It's so fucked up that we have to do everything from our homes now. Like, as a comedian, I'm like, all right, I want to still be on stage. I still want to be broadcasting. So I'm doing this because I can't do television right now and I can't be live on stage. And now I've got to like figure out, am I going to like reorganize my whole house to do comedy in now? Like, I just got this new camera, right? And it's really making me aware of how fucking bare this wall is. There's nothing on this wall. And I'm like, do I need to buy a whole lot of goddamn Twitch gamer shit and put it on this wall? Like, like every time you look at someone on Twitch, their walls are like covered with like swords and like Mega Man art and like shit like that. I don't even know where to get those things. Am I going to be falling behind because I don't have enough money to spend on goddamn novelty video game decorations? Do I have to get fucking color? Do I have to fill my house with colored LED lights? Please, God, tell me I don't. It's the most horrible. I can't believe we're doing this to ourselves. Like, our grandkids are going to be baffled. They're going to be like, hold on a second, Granddad. You're telling me in your day, every single one of you filled your homes with pure red, blue, purple lights? That's what you decided to do? Even though it made all of your skin tones look diseased? Even though it would change your mood in negative ways, you'd get really angry because everything you look at is red? What the hell are we doing to ourselves? Like, here's the thing. And here's the thing you could say, okay, well, this is, hey, maybe I'm living out my dream of being a Twitch influencer or whatever. But no, this is the worst form of content creation ever done. This is the Uber driving of content creation. Does that make sense? That's what Twitch is. Because it's like with an Uber, you have to bring your own car and use it, and you've got to like change your car. You have to clean it. You got to put fucking like laminated signs in it that say, please don't throw up in my fucking Mazda. You have to like have a little bin with gum and stuff like that. Like, it's horrible. You have to like turn your personal car into a little nice little taxi. That's the same thing I have to do. I've got to set up. I've got to buy all this equipment. I got to turn my room into this thing. And I don't even, and here's the thing, Uber at least definitely pays you. Twitch mostly doesn't pay anybody. Like, there are so many, think about this, there's so many fucking like 16-year-olds who are just generating content for Twitch for free. Nobody's paying them. They're just doing it for like 2 viewers. And they're like, maybe one day I'll be so lucky that Twitch will pay me $50 a week to play video games. It's horrible. This isn't comedy. I'm just complaining. That was a huge laugh. I really appreciate that. Was crushing as far as this show is concerned. I've been so lucky as to paint my nails. Do you guys like this? Does this look nice? Oh, it matches my shirt is what I really like
Fabulous.
Beautiful.
about it. I really like it. It's so much fun. It makes all my hand gestures so interesting to me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just constantly like when I'm typing, I'm like this. You know what I mean? Why is it that I've been living my whole life without painting my nails? Why? What was stopping me? There's this weird thing where, you know, you think, oh, it's men aren't supposed to behave like women. That's a womanly thing. I don't think it's entirely that. I think it's partially, but I don't think it's entirely that. I think what our society does to men runs deeper than that. I think that literally men are told it's not okay to give a shit about your appearance at all. Like, if you do anything that makes you look nice, you're less of a man somehow, which is a bizarre way to think. I don't understand it. Like, I remember, like, I had a friend who I went to an award show with him, and he was nominated for an award at the Creative Arts Emmys, and he was wearing this suit. It was like this huge, like, light blue suit. Didn't fit at all. And he was like embarrassed to be in the suit because it looked so bad. I was like, why don't you go get a real suit? He's like, me? No, I don't deserve that. Me in a nice suit? I don't deserve nice things. I'm a piece of shit. That's what we're like raised to think. You know what I mean? Like to think that any sort of attention paid to ourselves is somehow gay, right? Isn't that the word that's in the back of our minds? Like that's what we were called, and that was a wrong thing to be called. But that fear was still instilled in me my whole life. And I still occasionally have to get over that. There's like a little tiny 5th grader in the back of my mind at all times pointed at me going like, is that gay? And I have to go, yes, it is. And that's fine. All right. This, again, is not comedy. Let me try to do one joke. I'm trying to work out new material, and it's extra difficult on Twitch. Right? God, this is my first time bombing in my own house. Why am I doing this to myself? I used to have to, at least when this used to happen to me in the past, I could leave. I could leave the place where I embarrassed myself and go home to where my girlfriend and my dog loved me. Now my girlfriend and my dog, they're hearing all this shit. They're hearing me say this absolute garbage, nothing material from the other room, and they're embarrassed for me. And when I leave the room, they're going to be like, wow, honey, that fucking sucked. My dog is looking at me like, I don't want you to take me on a walk, man. If those are your observations... Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm gonna do the oldest joke I ever did. You guys want to hear the first? I've been doing comedy for 10 years. This is the first joke I ever told that worked. Are you guys you guys want to hear it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Good. Here, Maggie, I'm gonna stop your video because you're not on the show yet, but you'll hit start video when it's time for you to come up. Okay. Here is the very first joke I ever told. I have oh God, now I'm forgetting her goddamn name. Oh, here it is. Okay, great. I haven't done this joke in years. All right, but I wanted to bring it back. Okay. I have a new favorite athlete. This happened so long ago, but I'm gonna pretend like it just happened. I have a new favorite athlete. I'm not a big sports guy. I like to watch sports, but I like individual achievement better than team sports. I like it when one person does an incredible thing. There's an athlete named Paula Radcliffe. Have you ever heard of this woman? She's a British marathon runner. She's one of the best in the world. Now I heard she did something amazing a couple years ago. This had never been done before. She was running in the London Marathon, which is like a big nationally televised race over there. Okay, what happened was she was running along. She was way out in front. But she started to feel a little like bleh, like down here. And so what she did next was she stopped running, she popped a squat, and she took a shit in the middle of the race on national television. And then what she did next was she won. Yeah, she won the race. Not only that, she broke the world record for the female marathon after stopping in the middle to take a shit. I don't know about you guys. I think that's the most badass athletic achievement of all time. Like, I think if you want to beat that record, you should have to stop and take a shit too now, or it shouldn't count, you know? Or like, you know, if you don't, you just beat her record. It'll be like, okay, well now you hold the world record in the regular marathon, but not the stop and take a shit marathon, which, as everybody knows, is the more prestigious category. So, you know, silver medal for you. Okay, that was the first joke I ever did. It's identical to how I told it 10 years ago. One unfortunate thing that's happened is she has become, this woman, Paula Radcliffe, has become a TERF. In the years since I've told that joke, she is now a famous bigot in England. She still did that cool thing where she stopped and took a shit, but also, should I be bragging about it when she has bigoted beliefs? Very difficult. Oofs in chat. Everybody in chat is like, it was a harsh whiplash. All right, I think I've spent long enough. I think I've spent long enough almost doing comedy up here. So I'd like to bring your first comedian up to the stage. She's very, very funny. I hope you enjoy her. Please, are you guys ready for an amazing show?
Yeah.
The unevenness of the sound is almost part of the charm to me. So I'm really excited for this. Please give it up for the very funny Deanne Smith, everybody.
Yay!
Hello. Hi, everybody. Hi. I'm not sure where to look. I'm very happy to be here. I appreciated Adam's opening set a lot. Just riffing on the whole, the painted nails are absolutely beautiful. I liked Adam talking about kind of what men are allowed to do, what women are allowed to do. I realized I didn't give you guys my pronouns before we started the show. I love talking about gender. I'm non-binary. My pronouns are they, them, and they're. I need to be comforted a lot, but for unrelated reasons to gender. Hey, you guys like that one? Pretty goofy joke. All right. Adam was also talking about being accused of being gay, like if you're a man and you show any amount of care for your personal appearance. I have to say, I came out like 20 years ago, and I resent the fact that lesbians are fashionable now, okay? I want you to know that I dressed up for this show, and I put on a hat. That's what I did. I hate the fact, like, the whole reason I even turned gay was because I thought I had license to be unfashionable. You know what I mean? I just wanted to walk out of my house in socks, sandals, and a fanny pack. Like, deal with me, accept it. It's a different world now, and I'm not. I thought I'd only have to own 2 pairs of shoes. That's why I did it. I was like, awesome. Boots, Birkenstocks, I'm done. I don't want to. In the 90s, we loved flannel, okay? And not in a retro-ironic, hipster bullshit kind of way. We genuinely loved flannel because our foremothers loved flannel, okay? There was only one way. It was the only material that could be sheets, a shirt, pajamas or a hand-sewn menstrual pad, all right? It was a different time in the 90s. It was a simpler time to be gay. And I didn't plan on telling you any of this, but I'm glad I am. And I'm glad we had to make do with celebrities, all right? We didn't have a happiest season in the 90s as a we had to make do. All we had was a closeted Jodie Foster, the movie Fried Green Tomatoes, and fantasies about Darlene from Roseanne. That's all we had. And okay, I'm angry about it. And you know what? Yeah, TERFs suck. Somehow I knew, Adam, that Paula was going to turn out to be a TERF because so many of them have gone that way. Yeah. But I think she's at least consistent, just continuing to take dumps publicly. Only this time it is now with her opinions. Okay, moving on. Hello, everybody. I'm coming to you from a basement in Canada, the only spot where I can get decent Wi-Fi. I escaped here right before the election. I had been in the U.S. and I was on the edge of my seat about the election, even watching it from here. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh my God, who is going to win? Like that guy or the guy with literally 6 million more votes? Who's going to win? It's a real nail biter. Democracy. Anyway, Canada's lovely, as I'm sure you know, and I feel as evidenced just by the flag. I mean, I look at the Canadian flag. It is welcoming. It is friendly. It's just a maple leaf. That's all it is. It's just a leaf, from a tree that makes delicious syrup. I feel like the Canadian flag, I just feel like it makes a statement. It's like, bam, we care about nature and we smoke a lot of pot. Who wants pancakes? Anybody? It's just, I feel okay here. A good thing that has happened to me in all of this pandemic, and I hope it's happened for some of you, I've had the strange experience of having fallen in love during a pandemic, it's beautiful and kind of like old timey. It's like war times. It's a totally different like we haven't been evaluating each other on whether or not we want to grow old together. We're just like evaluating each other on whether or not we want to grow vegetables together. I feel like it's a completely different criteria to be in a relationship. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, do I see myself starting a garden with this person? How fast can she run? Can she pull me out of an unmarked van should it come to it? What's her upper body strength? And I've been reflecting a lot about relationships and kind of war times and all sorts of things. It was really hard. I had to explain to my 95-year-old grandma when my last relationship broke up like a year and a half ago. And it was really hard for her to understand because we got along really well. There was really kind of nothing wrong. And then I realized that I think breaking up because of your feelings is a very, very modern thing to do. I was trying to think about from my grandmother's point of view, and I was like, oh my God. But when in my grandma's time, it's like you marry the first emotionally abusive 17-year-old that gives you a rose, and then you just make it work. Like that's what you do when you're 95. You know what I mean? They go off to war, you make it work. They come back with PTSD, you make it work. They get a drinking problem, you make it work. If they don't hit you and they put food on the table, what are you complaining about? I'm like, I don't know, Grandma. It's like I'm a Leo, she's a Virgo. It just wasn't a good match. It just doesn't make any kind of sense. Okay, we're getting into it. I'm going to tell you the story of a life-changing celebrity encounter in a moment. But first I want to tell you, I don't know. I'm talking really quickly. I can tell that. And I don't know what's going on with me. I don't know if I'm like depressed right now, but I can say that the other day I saw an ad for a vitamin called Life Extension. And I said out loud to no one, why? Because I think that's where I'm at. Just why? Why? And I do enjoy the virtual show space, but it is very different. Like I do my own monthly shows now, and it's funny when I think of the before times. If I was on a plane, if I was going somewhere, I used to be embarrassed to tell people what I did for a living, and not because I was ashamed of being a comedian, but because I literally believed that it was better than what anyone else was doing. I felt as though me saying I'm a comedian was essentially me just like someone going, "What do you do for a living?" And I'm like, I just follow my dreams. I'm having a great time, and it's like better than whatever you're doing, I'm sure. And just like flash forward 9 months, right? And I'm just essentially in a basement begging strangers on the internet for money. This is my life now. I'm just like, please, sir, can I amuse you? Please, sir, one like on my blog. A Bitcoin, sir? Anything? I'm very bad at accents, but you guys really let that slide. I appreciate it. So I moved to Canada from LA. When I was in LA, I was only there briefly. I had about a week before the pandemic hit. But in that time, I had a life-changing celebrity encounter that I want to tell you about. And I know to people in LA, hardened celebrities like Adam Conover, it's no big deal to see. It's no big deal to have a celebrity encounter. But to me, a wide-eyed Canadian, it was a very big deal. So I was at this bar, like a dimly lit, like very cool kind of bar. Picture where like all the bartenders are wearing lab coats and they call themselves mixologists, if that means anything to you. All the drinks are like $21. Like everyone's in jumpsuits that if they were like less attractive would make them look like they were literally in prison at the moment. I went to this bar and I was already just like kind of bitter because about 4 years ago, I stopped being able to wear things ironically. And it still hurts me. Like I might want to wear like a puffy kitten sweatshirt and a little trucker cap. I can't do that. I literally look like a closeted lesbian from the Midwest in the 80s. It's like, it's just not, I can't wear anything ironically anymore. And I'm mad about it. Like, because I'm aging and I don't know if you guys are experiencing that. Anybody else? Time moving in a linear fashion. I used to be a baby and now I'm not. It's confronting because I look like my mom, which is normal. That's like genetic, that's natural. But I look like a queer my mom, which is incredibly confronting. It's just like every time I look in the mirror, I'm like, Mom? How many bitches are you banging, Mom? Mom! Like it's very, very confronting. And the biggest way that I know I'm getting older, and this is horrifying to me, is I can truly no longer tell if somebody is beautiful or if they're just 25. Do you know how creepy that is? That means I get attracted to someone, but I'm really just kind of like, your beauty, your youth, your moisture. Like it's not. And I know I'm aging and I'm able to talk to you about it, but I'm also in denial about it because literally every day for the last 5 years, I have woken up, I have looked in the mirror and I have thought, wow, I look tired today. Not once have I thought the much more reasonable, oh, this is my face now. This is just what I look like. Every day I'm like, maybe a nap will fix it. A nap never fixes it. I've rambled on too much. So I'm going to cut to the chase here. So I'm at this bar, right? And I'm already feeling uncomfortable. I'm feeling like the oldest, like least cool person there. I'm there with these two very beautiful women and I want to get them drinks. Okay. I'm going to get them drinks. They don't know that comedy doesn't pay. That's tomorrow's problem. Let's slap it on the credit card. So I stroll up to the bar. And I'm trying to get them drinks. But suddenly, I don't know if this is the type of bar where you order drinks at the bar or if they bring it to you. And there's nothing indicating it to me. And this is a normal experience for me. I feel as though every day, for whatever reason, I'm kind of newly reborn into the world and I always have to figure it out. It always seems like my first time anywhere. Like even in a coffee shop, I have to talk myself through the interaction. You know what I mean? If I don't, I'm going to get emotionally invested and it's a problem. Like every time I order a coffee, I have to just take a moment and go, okay, Deanne, if you get a latte, she's going to draw a heart on it. Doesn't mean anything. Just be cool, man. Just be cool. Because if I don't prepare myself and they hand back the heart, I'm always like, oh, are we engaged now? Like it means too much to me. And I need to kind of, okay. So all right, I'm going to settle this. And so there's a guy at the bar. I'm like, I'm just going to ask this guy what the deal is. So there's a guy sitting there. I tap him on the shoulder. I go, excuse me, is this the type of bar where you order drinks at the bar? This guy turns around. It is John Hamm, Madman's own John Hamm. Okay? And I need you to know he's very tall, he's very handsome. He was literally holding a whiskey type of drink straight out of Madman, square glass, little orange slice. When I asked him, is this the type of it? It's John Hamm. And a few things happen when you are that close to John Hamm. Okay? You need to know this. You need to know this. Number one, I was straight for 6 seconds. For 6 entire seconds. With the full force of John Hamm, I was straight. All my burdens were gone. I felt included in the world. I understood the movie Marriage Story. Do you hear what I'm telling you? It was powerful. I was straight for 6 whole seconds. I expected less from my relationships. I wanted to wear flip-flops and jeans. I thought about getting a matching mug set that said Mr. Right and Mrs. Always Right. That's how straight I was for 6 whole seconds. It happened. I had an involuntary bodily reaction that I would like to think would happen to any of us here, regardless of sexuality, regardless of gender, involuntary bodily reaction, that close to John Hamm, hit with John Hamm. All of a sudden, every little cell in my body was just like, Daddy? I didn't want to be like that, all right? Please understand. I didn't want it, but it was there. And then thirdly, the third thing that happened to me was I was just absolutely mortified because did he think I did that on purpose? He can see now that I know that he's John Hamm, but does he think that I knew he was John Hamm before I went up? Because it looked like I manufactured the stupidest reason in the world to have an interaction with John Hamm. Just like tap, tap, excuse me, John Hamm, is this the type of drink bar where people who drink drinks order drinks at the drink bar, John Hamm? That's my celebrity encounter. I feel that it should end more strongly, but that's where it ends for now. Thank you guys for listening, and I guess we'll bring Adam back, and maybe we'll have a quick chat.
Yeah. Keep it going for Deanne, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
A round of applause for Deanne.
Yeah. Yeah.
The audience noise over Zoom is always it's always heroic and yet leaves something to be desired. But you appreciate it so much just hearing the sound of human voices. Have you been doing a lot of Zoom shows?
Oh my gosh. So I haven't been doing a lot. I do have my own monthly show. You guys are welcome to come. It's called Deanne Smith and Acquaintances, because let's be honest about it. Adam, you're an acquaintance now. You're welcome to jump on. I'll send you. Yeah, I would love it. I would love it as well. So I just do a few of them. And I do have to say, even one somewhat crackly laugh through Zoom is everything in these days.
It's just any kind of human contact is unbelievable. Like, do you remember I can't even. What would happen to me if a stranger touched my hand right now? You know what I mean?
Oh my God! Yeah.
Like if I just like we just brushed, like on public transportation or something. I think I would explode. And you decide from what body part. Just like that, it would mean a lot to me. Where are you in Canada right now?
Oh, I'm in Vancouver. I drove up
Fake
from LA.
New
I
York.
want to get some. Is it fake? Oh, right. In all the Hallmark movies, absolutely.
In all the movies, they shoot Vancouver to be New York.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but it must be so nice to be in fake New York around. Fake New York is wonderful around Christmas.
That's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead and say whatever you were gonna say.
Oh, I don't think I was gonna say anything. I think I was maybe trying to. I'm in Vancouver. I think I was trying to be falsely positive because I haven't seen the sun in 2 weeks. You guys, it is very rainy here, and I'm getting maybe some vitamin D off the Zoom light. I have no idea. But
how are they doing with COVID in Vancouver? Here in America, we're like everywhere, but America's got to be good. So how are you doing? How are they doing in Vancouver?
Here's the fun thing: because it's Canada, all the alerts are up and they're very much like the cases are rising, everybody watch out, lockdown, which is great, but by that they mean there's like 300 cases in this whole entire province and they're all in nursing homes, and you're like, oh, okay, good. Oh no, please.
Okay, well, God,
I can slowly sink out of frame. Enjoy the rest of the show. Thanks for hanging out, everybody.
Deanne. Bye, Deanne. Give her one more round of applause for them, everybody. Yeah, give it up. Okay, before we bring on your next comic, I found one joke in my notebook that I realize I've never done before. You guys want to hear? I think it might be an actual joke. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah.
All right, let's try. Here it goes. I wrote this down on September 15th, and then I never used this notebook again. So that's why I just found it. When you're like, you start a notebook and you're like, I got such big plans. Oh, I'm going to write in it every day. And then 3 months later, you're like, oh, fuck. Shit. Everything is in my goddamn Apple Notes file. Okay. So you know what? We all know it's very annoying when other people tell you their dreams, right? And because the dreams are never interesting. So I found a way to spice it up, because people always want to tell you the dream when you were in the dream, right? That's when they're so excited. Oh, I had a dream about you last night, right? And here's what you can do to head off the boring conversation. You say, oh, no, that wasn't a dream. That was real. Yeah. Me and you and your second grade teacher, we all had sex last night. Yeah. You liked it. It was weird that you liked it so much, but you did. All right. Is that a joke? It sounds like it's a joke. Okay. Are you guys ready for your next comic? She is so wonderful. And when I introduce her, here she comes. She is so wonderful. I've known her for many a year. Please give it up for Maggie Maye, everybody. Yeah.
Yay.
Hey, I'm playing trying to get my electronic all work because I forgot it was Cyber Monday. Forgot to get a new laptop, and this one doesn't charge. On the internet, you guys, it's so weird being on here. But I do love. I love doing Zoom shows. Like I'm one of those comics that I love doing Zoom shows. That's like my sweet spot. I love doing a show where it is very, very easy for me to go right back to. Y'all know how I would be able to go back to bed after this. Right back, just back to sleep. And like with Zoom shows, a little bit goes a long way. A long way. Like with earrings and lip gloss. How people look right now. I look like I'm on TikTok right now. Like I've done a whole lot for y'all. Lipstick is the key. Lipstick lets people know that you tried. Okay. Even if it's on your teeth, that means you tried harder. Okay. What I'm doing for y'all. This is 100% for you guys because I live alone. At the end of this show, I'm going to close my laptop. I'm going to stop screaming into a screen. I'm sitting in my living room wearing makeup for nobody. Okay. That is a good sensation. And I'm doing it for you, Sarah. I'm doing that for you, Ryan. I bet there's a Ryan watching. I'm doing all of this. I do draw the line at hair. I basically decided since the beginning of this quarantine, I am not combing my hair until the vaccine. That is the end of the day for me. So until we get off of lockdown, my hair is also going to be on lockdown. Okay. I like this. So wrap it up in a head wrap so I look like Nancy Pelosi on Juneteenth. But I'm not doing. The pandemic's been a little bit weird. I had to get stitches about 2 months ago on my right foot. I would show you guys, but I subscribe to my OnlyFans, so I'm gonna save. I broke a bottle of Clearly Canadian in my kitchen and forgot about it and stepped on the bottle and cut my foot up really badly. I felt immediately betrayed. I was like, really Clearly Canadian, because I am currently trying to 90-day fiance my way into Canada. So I was serious. To do this to me, and y'all don't even give me that good health care right now. Are you kidding me? Cool, Canada, and just I don't know what you guys are doing and what y'all's family situations are like, but if you have family in Canada, somebody Clancy who's having a hard time finding a woman, let him know that there's a lady out here who will travel. Okay, she's got jokes. She'll cook for you on your birthday. So let them know. I will Toronto, let me out of here. Okay. But I got my foot hurt really badly. I immediately knew I needed stitches because I had the same thing happen to the other foot when I was sick. The exact same thing happened. Just a little side note about myself. I'm also an obsessive compulsive. Anybody else out there obsessive compulsive? Clap an even number of times. There we go. I heard two. That's I have a balance manifestation. So like I was in a ton of pain. I'm screaming and crying in my kitchen. But at the same time, I was like, girl, you're going to have mirror scars at the end of this. Okay. It was worth it. But the first thing I thought when I realized I needed stitches, very first thing I thought of was this shot. And I don't know if any of you guys have ever gotten stitches before and know what I mean when I say the shot, that numbing shot, which is the most painful thing that you can go through. Like it is childbirth. Okay. Have I given birth? No, I have not, but I am willing to get some broad, very willing. They take the sharpest needle that on enough medicine in your whole foot. Your foot's already open. It's an open face, loose meat sandwich. And then they take that and put the pin directly in the middle of your wound and jam enough medicine into your foot to numb it. It's very painful and it is incredibly scary. Just a little side note about me: when I am confronted with fear and pain, I'm a screamer. That's who I am. Okay? I don't care if I'm on a plane, and there's a little bit of turbulence, I'm screaming. Okay, I'm the person screaming on the floor. I will have little children tugging on my sleeve, being like, "We're gonna be fine," and I'm like, "Freak out, Junior! No!" I'm like, you ever seen like a roller coaster, and then there's always someone screaming right before that first dip? That's me. I'm getting the screaming going, letting everybody know it's safe to scream up here. If I'm in the car and you took a hard left, I'm sorry about getting because I just screamed in it. That's my life. I am. Another side note about me is when I am in a ton of fear and I'm screaming, it is pitch perfect. I don't know how I managed this. I don't know what I did in life to get this. So I'm in the emergency room getting that shot. It is every ounce as bad as I remember. And I'm screaming and I'm crying and I'm writhing in pain. But at the same time, I'm like, girl, you're really holding this note though. Okay. Just my scream had a bridge. My scream had a. At some point, a nurse came in to see what the rush was, and I was like, "You're right, girl, sounds good, don't it?" Like it was such a good silver lining for me for the whole situation. But the whole situation in of itself had a silver lining because I had meant to clean my kitchen and my bathroom the day before. Meant to clean earlier that day. I didn't get around to it. And then I went and bled all over both rooms. Very, it looked like an episode of CSI right before the commercial break. It was very bad. You know, like I really expected when I came back from the emergency room and walked and saw everything, I really thought that I would see someone like David Caruso crouched down looking at something at the end of a pencil. Just like I do prop comedy now. That's also why I like Zoom, is because I can do prop comedy. But anyway, like I cleaned my kitchen and my bathroom the day before, or even the day of, I would have just had to come home and clean an even worse mess. Everybody, never be. Is that a good joke? No, it's not. But I one later, okay? Procrastination always. Okay, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Like I like that you guys like. I told that joke to my mom when I first wrote it, and I wrote it super bloody because I thought she could handle it. She's a nurse, right? And I told it to her, and she's like, "It's funny, but I don't want to hear about that. Like I'm still, I don't want to hear about you in pain." And I was like, "Oh, mom, that's so sweet." But you're gonna have to get over it because I'm gonna try to put that on an album, mom. Okay. Good one, okay. And you guys, I heard you guys laughing, so I feel good about it. I feel like the joke actually does. But if you were laughing, just know I'm gonna tell my mama on you for laughing. My mama's gonna come for you, and I know some of you. You're like, "Oh, well, I didn't laugh at the joke." That's totally fine. If you didn't laugh, that's fine. I'm going to tell my mama on you that she's supporting her daughter's dream. So just get ready. She will come. She'll slap all 4 tires to the ground. So put we will schedule something. Actually, put your number and your name in the chat anyway, because I'm trying to start a business after this pandemic gets over. I'm an entrepreneur trying to start a business. I want to keep you guys abreast as to what I've got going on in my entrepreneurial life. I feel like people are ready to purchase. People are ready to buy. I don't know if you guys remember, like in January, beginning of the year, when Gwyneth Paltrow decided to come out with a candle that smelled like her business.
Yeah.
That candle sold out in less than 24 hours. Less than 24 hours, that candle sold out. And then Erykah Badu was like, "I can do this too." She jumped on there. She's like, "I'm coming out with a perfume that smells like my business." Okay. That sold out in 12 minutes. 12. I'm jumping on that bandwagon full force. I'm coming out with a body product that does not smell like a crotch, because I got a perfume, so I don't smell like pussy. Okay, I'm not buying it to smell like somebody else's. Are you kidding? I'm not buying it. The movie Contagion is gentrification and rich notes. a perfume that smells like pussy and Neosol. I'm not doing that's not even their stuff. Like real quick before I leave, I just want to let y'all know that's not their stuff. Okay, they're not in an or whatever or a scent lab, speakers, burners. Like, all right, yeah. Let me get all my scent on it. Yeah, that smell like that's all my stuff. They're not doing that. That's again, I do prop comedy. Anyway, that's not their stuff. Somebody makes a scent for them and then brings it over to them, and then they're like, okay, that smells good. Put fish sauce on it and put it on my website, okay? Make it smell like that's good. All right, okay. Thank you so much. Y'all have been super fun. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, keep it going for Maggie Maye, everybody. Maggie, oh, I'm trying to pin both of us so we can talk, but it's not working. Oh my God. All right, that's fine. I think she dropped. Give it up. Keep it going for Maggie Maye, everybody. Keep it going for her. I was trying to get us both on the screen so we could both chat, but for some reason it's not happening. So I guess we won't do it. Guys, that is it for the live show. I hope you had a great time. Please keep it going for Maggie Maye and for Deanne Smith, everybody. Yeah. Oh, so wonderful. Now look, here's the part of the show where we stop doing comedy and it becomes a telethon, because unlike many comedy clubs in which I personally have performed, we pay all the comedians here. How incredible is this? So I would love it if you folks are able to find any way to support the stream we got a donation link below, the tips link below in the chat. We got subscriptions. We got all those things. I would love to shout your name out. And if we make it to a hype train, we will keep the stream going, and I will play a video game of your choice. We will poll the audience, and you can choose what game I will play. So thank you very much. Folks who are in the Zoom, you can log out of the Zoom. No more laughter necessary. We thank you for your service, giving laughs to this show. We thank you for supporting
everyone.
comedy. Hope you had a good time. Crystal and Clancy Knocked and Catherine, thank you so much to Maggie for coming on the show. Thank you so much to Deanne. Thank you, Zach. Thank you, Sarah Cradenoff, for
Thanks
being
so much,
here.
Adam. It was amazing.
Oh, I'm so glad you had a good time. Wonderful. That's a wonder. Now, I like to hear that. Someone on the way out say it's amazing. Thank you to Loose Change for the cheer. Loose Change cheered with 100 bits. And we also had some earlier. Loose Change also cheered earlier. Loose Change has been cheering a lot. Whoa, we got 600 bits from Chelsea VR. And we do indeed have a hype train incoming. Incredible. Thank you so much. Oh, my God. Chelsea VR and Pastry Snack has gifted a tier 1 sub to hob.exe and Leandria13. Incredible. Thank you so much for that cheer and for those donations. Thank you to Fluid Tunes for 100 bits. Unbelievable. We're doing great now. Well, now we're definitely going to have a video game to be played. And what is it going to be? Well, are we going to play? Oh, my God, we got a cheer from Clancy Knocked as well. Clancy Knocked was in our live audience. Clancy Knocked, I hope you had a good time. One of our most supportive streamers here. Chatters here. We got to thank you, folks. Oh, my God, Kat loves comedy. Thank you for subscribing. Kat is our producer. Folks, I would love to hear some... oh, wait. Did she subscribe directly, or was it gifted to her? Ah, Gunpei ya boy. Gunpei ya boy. Gifted a sub to Kat Loves Comedy, which is incredible because Kat is our incredible producer who books the show with me and who is paid as well, by the way, because it's a professional job and we want it to be treated professionally. So thank you very much for that. KT Gremlin T, thank you for the cheer. Incredible. Gunpei ya boy, your gift ended up sharing rewards, like emotes. I don't even know how that works. That's a whole feature of Twitch I don't even understand. Would you rather us gift in subs or tips? Tips are better because less money goes to Jeff Bezos, to be honest. A sub is great because then you get the special sub access in our Discord, and you get the get all the special emotes, is what I was going to say. You get all the special emotes you can use. Our wonderful mod can show that off. Give it up for the mods, by the way. Incredible people. Thank you to McFlufferton Labs for the cheer. Unbelievable. Thank you so much for being here. Just removing the last few people from this Zoom chat. What a great time we're having. What a great time we're having. There we go. My masculinity talk at the top of the show reminded you of the Nate special that dropped on Netflix last night. I got to see that special by Natalie Palmadis, right? Seems really incredible. And yeah, I need to turn some of that masculinity material into jokes right now as observations. It needs to become jokes. Well, thank you folks so much. Let's do a poll here. I want to do a poll. How do I do this? Poll. Yeah, open the setup menu to create a poll. Here we go. Let's switch mics. Oh my God, Gunpei your boy subscribed. Thank you so much, Gunpei your boy. Thank you for being a subscriber, for being a Conover watcher. What game should Adam play next? We could play Destiny 2. We could play Magic the Gathering. Draft. We could do a draft. We could play Doom Eternal. Now, I do have Half-Life Alyx, and I have my Oculus here, but I don't know that I'll actually be able to get it to work yet. So I don't want to have to do that setup. New Navy CB with $5. Thank you so much. Incredible. Thank you so much, New Navy CB. We could also play Tetris Effect, and we could play Spelunky 2. How about that? And we'll have this poll go for 3 minutes. The poll is starting. Wait, who just subscribed? Oh, the Zachman man. The Zachman man subscribed. Oh, Dark Souls 3. Riley is saying Dark Souls 3. It has been a while since I played Dark Souls 3. We could add it to the poll. Wow, Spelunky 2 already is pulling way ahead. Wow. I haven't played Spelunky 2 in a while. You folks really want Spelunky 2? Oh, we got to vote for Destiny. Magic the Gathering got a vote. Tetris Effect got a couple votes. Oh, Doom Eternal is rocketing up the charts. Oh, boy. And Dark Souls 3. Do I need to do a new poll with Dark Souls 3 in it? You know, we could do it as an instant runoff, and we could drop off the one that got the second most, the least votes, which looks like Destiny 2 right now. Clancy Knock, thank you so much for the donation. Oh, I should have Tell for Dan on the next show. Yeah. Are you watching Tell for Dan? He's got a really incredible stand-up stream as well. I'm so far from finishing Dark Souls 3, but I could get back into it. Oh, Tetris. Oh, Doom Eternal is now pulling ahead of Spelunky 2. Oh, Doom Eternal is now number 1, which is the game I am playing most actively right now. Although the only problem is I think I'll have to play with HDR off because HDR doesn't play well with Twitch, does it? Doom Eternal is ahead. A special runoff election, yes. Birdhism, thank you so much for the cheer for the 500. Incredible, thank you so much. How are we doing on the old hype train? Okay, can we finish the poll here? Cancel the poll? No, I can't report it. Oh, it's just still going on here. All right. You voted for Doom Eternal because Doom is cool. McFlufferton Labs, thank you so much for the cheer. Oh my God, appreciate everybody so much for all this. I'm so glad you like both of the shows, the Zachman Man. The Zachman Man. All right, well, Doom Eternal is still number 1. It's number 1 by a lot. So I guess Doom Eternal it is. I mean, that's the game I've been playing, so let's do it. Whoop. Oh, putting the old chair in no longer standing mode. There we go. You wish there were BioShock. That's an old game. It's an old game. Okay, so people really do want some Doom Eternal. I demand a recount, says Loose Change. I'm so